Close to 50,000 young maidens will descend on the Amazulu Royal Palace of Enyokeni in Nongoma today. They'll be a part of the annual reed dance hosted by the Amazulu King, Misuzulu KaZwelithini. It'll be his second reed dance ceremony in as many weeks. The first was held in Ngwavuma, north of the province. Let's now cross back to our reporter Bongani Gema for more. Very good morning to you again, Bongani. Thank you so much for joining us. What can you tell us at this point? I see it's now becoming a hive of activity already, and as more maidens, take part in today's festivities.
Well, Simpiwe, we have now made our way to the quarters of the maidens. This is where they were sleeping yesterday. I'll just step out of shots so you can see these ones who are singing behind me and all these ones who are making their way. Okay, this truck is just going to block our view. I'll ask my camera colleague if you can just move the camera. My brother, can you just dismount the camera so you can move this side so you can hear these maidens here who are singing behind me, who are now going to make their way, who are now going to be making their way to the where they are going to be fetching the reed. Well, I was hearing from one of the minders of the maidens who was saying that this process of picking the reed will probably take even the whole day, because every maiden has to make sure that they pick up the reed. The princess will be leading them back into the palace. Let me just, so we can hear the next sound from these maidens who are singing quick. Well, Simpiwe, these are the maidens who are now making their way to pick up their reed, Simpiwe. But I also have one of the minders, Simpiwe. Understand that these maidens, I think the 39th year now that this cultural umkhosi womhlanga is being held. It was first held in 1984, but Simpiwe, I want to bring in one of the minders who's been in this practice for 15 years as a minder of the maidens. Umama Umjigepi Omsimang, who is a minder of the maidens from Umzinyati districts in Ngutuma. Sibonga kakhulu isikhathi sakho. Koqala nje basicela usichazele ukuthi ke umhlanga lo ingane eziyothatha yindaba zithathe umhlanga kungabe enye ihlobo lenduku ezingayithatha. Why specifically zithathe leyo obizwa ngomhlanga?
Umhlanga uwusiko lesiZulu owaqala kuqala umhlanga. Lo mhlanga basuke bewuthatha abantwana uyisibonakaliso sokuthi uthatha eyintombi nto, awuthathwa umuntu ongesiye intombi nto. Ngamanye amazwi umuntu ongakazalale nomuntu wesilisa obamba umhlanga awubambi mangabe usuke walala nomuntu wesilisa. Lo mhlanga ke bayawubamba bawuthathe bawuse silweni. Uthi mangabe usuwomile lo mhlanga bese ubiyela isigodlo sesilo njalo laba okwenziwe khona ngoguqu.
Usike sakhuluma mama nawe wasichazela ukuthi wena usakhula awuzange ube ingxenye yomhlanga. Sicela nje usichazisele ukuthi ngoba phela umhlanga owazi wabuyisa ngo1984 intombi ezakhula ngaleso sikhathi zona singasha lo sikhathi zenziwa kanjani ukuthi ziqhubeke zigcine zona zigcine ziyintombi.
Ngaleso sikhathi umhlanga ungakabikho ubukade ungalali nakhona nomfana. Ubuthi mangabe usuthe uyamthanda uhlale ekhaya kini naye ahlale kubo beze bekhiphe imfanelo zasekhaya kini bekhanike ukuthi mase kuthiwa ngalela langa ke sekuyoshadwa sekuyokwenziwa ini bekhanike niyahlangana ke uma sebeqedile konke amalobolo. Akubona bonke abamisela umshado. Lento le eyumhlanga naleso Zulu esasenziwa kwenzela ukuthi abantwana bakhule ngokwanele, bafunde bangathembeli komunye umuntu. Ngelinye ilanga bakwazi ukuyiphathela ikhiye ezimoto zabo, ngelinye ilanga bagqoka amajazi, ngelinye ilanga babe omama bakusasa baqotho ngokuthi bakhulile umntwana bamtholanga beno 12 uthubani. Sineyintombi lapha ezino 25 years ezino 30 esezifundisa, ezinye ziyafunda ifundela umsebenzi njengazo lezi ezinye ezikhona ezisakhula. Sikujabulela kakhulu kuba khona kwazo. siphazamisekile ngesikhathi kukhotha iCovid kodwa besibathatha nga2020 abantwana sihlangane nabo sibahlole sibaluleke ukuthi impilo iyini okunye esikuthandayo kulezi ngane zethu ezizintombi into zikhula zingenazi izifo lezi ezikhona ngoba ayilali nomfana. Yebo.
Ma ngicela nje sebesiqhubeka sihambe intombi iqhubeke icule. Ma usichazele ukuthi ukuhlolwa kweintombi kunisizile ukulwa nesifo noma negciwane lengculazi. Kodwa bakhona ma abathi intombi kumele idedelwe zithathele izinqumo zazo. Nithini lapho intombi ngabe iphoqiwe yini ukuthi zenze lo mcimbi womhlanga noma ihlolo?
Iphoqwanga intombi ukuthi zenze umcimbi womhlanga. Izona intombi kuke kwashiwo lokho. Zaphuma zamasha zathi ziyayithanda lento iyazenelisa.
Uma intombi sifika la ithi yona ayisathandi ukuba intombi ngabe ivumelekile yini ukuthi ishiye phansi izenzele enye into ethandayo ingagxekwa ngalokho?
Akuvamisile ukuthi ifike isisho njalo. Akuvamisile. Akaze kwenzeke.
Ngisho ukuthi uma intombi isikhethile yona yathi ayisafuni intombi khona noma uhlobo le punishment noma ukujeziswa ekuthola intombi ngalokho.
Uma ngabe kwenzekile kwathiwa mhlambe isihlatshwe yiva loyo muntu loyo suke eyenze lokho uyakhokha inkomo yokugeza intombi lezi ehamba umhlanga aphinde futhi akhokhe imbuzi yokugeza abaphathi. Uma sekwenzekile kwenzeka iphutha kodwa nje akwenzeki kalula akuthukela ngaleso sikhathi uzwe mhlambe kwesinye isikhathi kodwa akwenzeki lezi ngane ezikhuliswe kanjena esikuthandayo kulezi ngane lezi njoba zilapha phakathi kwethu eziningi zazo azinazifo eziningi zazo ziyafunda eziningi zazo akuzona zonke ezabela umshado. Yebo.
This is Umama Ujigepi Wakamsimang, who's the minder of the maidens from Umzinyathi. But now, let me take you to my colleague, Ujade Lee Palsa, who's also on standby.
Thank you, Bongani. And just listening to the festivities and hive of activities that are happening on your side. On my side, similar situation happening. We're seeing the maidens coming from the river. They have bathed themselves. They will be coming to place their goods here before they go out and go and collect their reeds. So basically, that's what's going to happen. Where I'm stationed right now, we are waiting for some of the maidens to come. I just want to touch on the issue of transport. So in previous years, we've seen thousands of maidens come out. But yesterday, we did get information that some of those maidens did not have enough transport, so there was inadequate transport. I have counted, however, about 40 buses and several minibuses that are making their way, or that have made their way last night. As you would know, that last night before sunset, the maidens had to be here. Thereafter, they were situated and stationed in tents, and that's where they had their songs. That's where they met up with friends from previous years. As you would know, it's been a 2-year hiatus because of the COVID-19 pandemic, so the redance did not take place. So this year it's very special for them. They're seeing their old friends, they're getting in touch with some of their friends from other provinces, because it's not only KwaZulu-Natal. There are maidens that come from all over South Africa to celebrate this auspicious occasion. Now with me, I am joined by one maiden as well as a maiden leader. Let's start here. Let's talk about how proud you are feeling right now. I spoke to some of the maidens who said that their parents are extremely proud. For you as a maiden, just being here today, how proud are you?
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Enyokeni. I come from Gateza. I'm very happy to be here at Nongoma. Yeah, ukuyigcina kuba intombi kubalekile. Siyabonga ukuthi sibe lapha emva kwesikhathi eside ukuthi sagcina ukuze emhlangeni. Noma kube khona izimethi ezenze ukuthi sigcine sinqikaza ukuthi size kaNongoma. Kodwa sithokozile kakhulu sikhona lokufika sakhona ukuthola transport ukuthi size la kaNongoma.
And you know, this is like a sisterhood. You're seeing your old friends, you are here to celebrate the purity that you have held on to for all these years. Just talk to us about that.
Okay. Okay. Kukhona abaningi bayakhona ukuyiqhenya ngomntombi bethu. Sibe khona nenqinamba ukuthi abantu bayiphatha mabegxeka nani kodwa sikwazi ukuthi simele ngobuntombi ukuthi masifike lapha nabangani bethu sikade sabagcina nabanye sazana nawe ezinye indawo sithokoze ukuthi sibe lapha.
Siyabonga. Just reiterating and saying there that, it's very a very auspicious occasion, but she's very happy to be here. Also touching on the transport issue, which seems to have played out this year. We'll try and see if we can't get authorities to speak on what exactly happened with some of the maidens that could not attend this year's Reed dance. I'm just going to speak to Mama. She is a maiden leader. Mama, obviously we have several social ills within the country, and this Reed dance is basically to keep not only the purity of the girls, but to also teach them and enforce them of their tradition, their culture, what it means to be a woman, how to carry themselves, as well as other various aspects. Talk to us about the importance of Usisi keeping her purity, and also the many social ills that you teach them and how to handle that.
Ngiyabingelela kakhulu lokhulumayo uJabo kaMadide ngivela kwaCeza egazini. Ngendlela engijabule ngayo angazi ngijabule kakhulu. Ngiyajabula shem ngengane zethu eziqhenyayo ngomntombi babo. Ngiyajabula ngokuthi ngikwazile ukuthatha isibindi ngibe umama, ngikwazi ukuphatha ingane zethu ngendlela eziphethe ngayo. Indawo yakwaCeza aveshe emiphakeme kakhulu, very very nice. Noma eke kwathi ukuxakaziseka kancane ukuthi kade sagcina ukuze Enyokeni ngenxa yeCovid, kodwa ke ngenxa yethile futhi kuyazathi ukuvela. Ngijabulile kakhulu ukuthi sigcine sesafika. Nkosi yami kubabayede ngithi nje ngodumo nangamandla. Hallelujah, hallelujah. ngoJesu Kristu ngiyabonga kakhulu. Ngendlela engijabule ngayo kubalekile ukuthi ingane zethu zibe zintombi nto. Kubalulekile ukuthi ingane zethu zikwazi ukuyigcina lokhu okwenzayo ukuthi sifundise ukuthi kwenziwa kanjena, ziba zintombi ziyakwazi ukuyiphatha. Lokho kuyabavikela ukuthi bedlala abantu besilisa. Lokho kuyabenza ukuthi bebe nesibindi, sibesaba abantu besilisa, bekhule beze beqoqode. Ngibonga kakhulu, very very nice.
As you can see there, the excitement and the euphoria is all around. As I said to you, it's been a 2-year hiatus, and just being here is absolutely electrifying. I want Tulani behind the camera. I'm going to step out of shot and just show you some of the visuals that you are seeing on your screen. And you know when we talk about the reed dance, each maiden has to carry a reed cut by a riverbed. That's where they go and they bathe. That's where they cut, they go and collect it. And it basically symbolizes the power that is vested in nature. It's the reed that reflects a deep mythical connection and basically the origins of the Zulu people. So it tells us as a nation, as South Africa, the tradition of the Zulu people, the original, the ancestry, and it all emerges from a riverbed. Hence, it's called the reed dance. Umkhosi Wamhlanga. And in everyday use, these reeds, I mean, if you just travel the length and breadth of KwaZulu-Natal, you'll see them. They're particularly made or used to build domes, beehives, which are found particularly in rural homesteads throughout KwaZulu-Natal. So it's really, really important, and it is really symbolic. And if you look at Zulu mythology, it's so crucial that these girls keep their purity. And I was just talking to one of the maiden leaders who told me that as part of the ceremony, and this is a Zulu myth, but it says that if you do come here and you are not pure, then your reed will actually break off once you get to the palace, which is quite an interesting one. So we're going to try and speak to a cultural expert just to touch on all these fascinating traditions, mythology as well, some of the myths that encompass and come to play, but just the handing over the reed, the symbolic nature of it. And we're also going to try and see if we can't get that first maiden. The first maiden, as we know, does come from the royal family itself, so it'll be interesting to visualize and capture her coming in with that first reed, giving it over to King Misuzulu KaZwelithini, and then followed by the procession. But keep your eyes on SABC News. We're giving you rolling coverage from Bongani as well as Nosipo. Keep it locked here. We have it all. It's back to you.
Jadely, lovely chatting to you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. And I could see jubilation and euphoria, are just some of the words that could describe the scene on the ground there. And of course, pride as thousands and thousands of maidens show their pride of being a Zulu girl. All right, so those are reporters. We'll definitely go back to them a little later on. But for now, let's take a quick break. And after the break, we will be in conversation with our next music guest. This is Morning Live. Don't go away.